The last part of the short story, write down the comment. Go and write in. In the last action of the short story, in the last action of the short story, the conflict between the young student, the conflict between the young student and the professor's daughter is manifest, M-A-N-I-F-E-S-T, manifest. It is a conflict on love. It is conflict on love between a young boy and a young girl. Full stop. This conflict depicts, next sentence, this conflict depicts the realistic nature of love in the human hearts. For the nightingale, love is noble, N-O-B-L-E, noble, sacred, S-A-C-R-E-D, sacred, eternal, E-T-E-R-N-A, eternal, and full of honest sacrifices. The red rose created by the nightingale, depicts, D-E-P-I-C-T, depict, and symbolizes all those qualities of love. All those qualities of love. Full stop. But for the professor's daughter, and the young student love is different. Love is different. Love is different. For the professor's daughter, love means wealthiness. Wealthiness. Wealthiness and social class. Wealthiness and social class. Wealthiness and social class. Full stop. She promises to the young student to go to a dancing party with him if he brings a red rose to her. If he brings a red rose to her. The student takes the red rose created by the nightingale, and offers it to the girl, as a symbol of his love for her. As a symbol of his love for her. She rejects both. The red rose and the student with a serious comment. with a serious comment. Please, God, I am afraid it will not go with my dress. And besides, the Chamberlain's news has sent me some jewels. And everybody knows that jewels cost far more than flowers. Go on writing. She further explains to the young student that her love is only for the rich boy, only for the rich boy who are very decent and belong to rich, high social class, belong to rich, high social class. Full stop. She implies that there is no place, there is no place, there is no place for the poor boys, for the poor boys in her heart, or in her word, in her heart. Please, God, I tell you what, you are very rude, and after all, who are you? Only a student. I don't believe you have silver buckles on your shoes as the Chamberlain's nephew has. Go on writing down, next paragraph. The young student is deeply disappointed by the girls ungrateful reaction, ungrateful reaction. Ungrateful reaction. He understands love. He understands love from a different point of view. From a different point of view. He comments that love is silly, S-I-L-L-Y, silly, illogic, I-L-L-O-G-I-C, illogic, unpractical, unpractical, and hypocritic, H-I-P-O-C-R-I-T-I-C-A-L, hypocritical, hypocritical. Full stop. He also comments that love is cheating, young people with falsehood. F-A-L-S-E-H-O-O-D, falsehood. He finally comes to a conclusion, C-O-N, Nigamana, C-O-N-C-L-U-S-I-O-N. He finally comes to a conclusion that knowledge and education far more greater than love. Love. Please, God. So he returned to his room and pulled out a great dusty book and began to read. So he returned to his room and pulled out a great dusty book and began to read. Next paragraph. In the conflict between the student and the young girl or professor's daughter, student and the professor's daughter, the red rose, the red rose the red rose is thrown into the street, is thrown into the street. Full stop. Not the student or the young girl, not the student or the young girl or the young girl realizes the value and the symbolic meaning, value and the symbolic, symbolic, symbolic meaning of it, symbolic meaning of it. It is destroyed by a running horse cart. Running horse cart. Full stop. The nightingale creates the red rose with a great sacrifice as a symbol of true love, as a symbol of true love. Full stop. But in the human society and the human hearts, there is no sense of SENSE. There is no sense of true love. There is no sense of true love because that symbolic red rose is destroyed That symbolic red rose is destroyed by human hands. By human hands. By human hands. Human hands. Humans are not as soft-hearted as humans are not as soft-hearted as nature, represented by the nightingale. Represented by the nightingale. They are cruel, selfish. They are cruel, selfish, arrogant, A-R-R-O-G-A-N-T, ankara, arrogant, arrogant, and jealous, J-E-A-L-O-U-S, jealous. Right. Now, that is the end of the main discussion on the short story. Now write down the theme of the short story. T-H-E-M-E, theme of the short story. Write down theme of love. Theme of love. Theme of love. Go and write in. The short story, The Nightingale and the Rose. The short story, The Nightingale and the Rose, is apparently, A-P-P-A-R-A-N-T-L-Y, is apparently, check the dictionary for the meaning, is apparently a fairy tale, unbelievable fairy tale, unbelievable fairy, F-A-I-R-Y, T-A-L-E tale, story, Surangana Katha, unbelievable fairy tale, but it examines, E-X-A-M-I-N-S, but it examines love of human heart, love of human heart from different angles, A-N-G-L-E-S, from different angles, from different angles. Different angles. It is implied. It is implied that birth of human love takes place in the heart of young men and women. Full stop. The nightingale, the young student, the nightingale, the young student, and the professor's daughter, represent different kinds of love, in the human heart. Okay, we'll discuss it in the next session. Please take part in the next session.